Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another soccer video. So, I didn't plan on doing a video or writing a script on this topic. I'm mainly doing this video because I've been feeling really down since yesterday. I'm still feeling a little down. Maybe after I make this video and go to bed, I'll feel better tomorrow. But I think we all have those days where we just feel low, down mentally, like not feeling good mentally or emotionally. And usually those days will just pass. Yeah, I'm going through that right now. Hopefully, in the upcoming days, I'll feel a little bit better. But I decided to make this video because soccer or football, since I'm going to be talking about the Manchester United women's team, always makes me feel better. Talking about soccer or football always makes me feel better. Now that I kind of wrote my script, or now that I've written my script, I don't know how good I'm going to feel by the end of this video, given what we're talking about, or what I'm going to be talking about. So yesterday I typed in Manchester United's women's team because it's been a while since I talked about Man U's women's team. I mean, the last time I talked about the Manchester United women's team was when the club confirmed Kristen Press and Tobin Heath officially exiting the club and returning to the US. Both Kristen Press and Tobin Heath right now are in Tokyo with the US women's national team for the Olympics. I also want to add Kristen Press and Tobin Heath are not part of any clubs right now. They're currently unaffiliated. Someone commented that Kristen Press and Tobin Heath may be headed to the new expansion clubs, and both of them could have confirmed it on social media, but I haven't seen any articles about them really going to the expansion clubs just yet. The NWSL draft is coming up in December, and both of them could possibly be selected by those expansion clubs. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Anyway, I'll leave articles about that below, and I want to say I'll leave all my sources and articles in the description below if you want to check them for yourselves. Alright, so going back to Manchester United, Kristen Press and Tobin Heath weren't the only ones who left the club. Manager and head coach Casey Stoney also left too. Casey Stoney is, as of right now, reported to be the new manager of the NWSL San Diego expansion team, which is still in the works right now, much like Angel FC, another NWSL expansion team. So that's kind of some good news for Casey Stoney. So other players that have left the club include Jane Ross and Jess Sigsworth. They exited the club after their contracts had run out and weren't renewed. Defender Amy Turner also left the club, heading to the NWSL to play for Orlando Pride. I've also heard that she has her partner playing for North Carolina Courage, so she wanted to be closer to her. Another player who is going to be leaving Manchester United is 19-year-old Lauren James. Lauren James is being sold to Chelsea, but according to some articles, a Chelsea player will be going to Manchester United as part of that exchange or part of the deal. Which Chelsea player? As of filming this video, it's still unknown, but honestly, Manchester United is in desperate need of strikers and players. Chelsea actually has a really good selection of players. So they have Sam Kerr, Fran Kirby, Bethany England, Aaron Cuthbert, Pernille Harder, to name a few. I'm kind of wondering if Man U gets to choose which player they want from Chelsea, or if Chelsea is just going to be like, here you go, you get this player. I say that because I can't imagine Chelsea wanting to part with Sam Kerr. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who Manchester United is going to get from this deal. A new player is reported to have been signed to Manchester United, and that is, and I apologize for mispronouncing the name, Vilde Boe Risa, a midfielder from Norway. But upon checking the current Man U roster for the women's team, she isn't listed, but then again, Lauren James is still listed. So that will probably change in the upcoming months. If Vilde Boe Risa is coming to Manchester United, then she could be replacing or a good replacement for Lauren James. They're both midfielders. Maybe that's what Man U had in mind. I don't know. Some other players that are set to sign for Man U include Martha Thomas, former West Ham player, and Alfie Mannion from Manchester City. I'm still stuck, or I can't get over the Chelsea player thing. Like, I'm still stuck on who that Chelsea player could be. It's kind of like opening up, one of those, one of those mystery boxes. Like, maybe you'll get a rare thing, or maybe you'll get something that isn't rare or is just a common. Yeah, I know, it's a weird comparison. I mean, I guess I could compare it to opening up some NWSL soccer cards, but at least when it comes to soccer cards, at least you're guaranteed five alternate or 5 parallel cards. And speaking of the NWSL, holy crap, yesterday Orlando Pride lost to Portland Thorns, and what the hell is going on with OL Reign? Probably going to do some videos on that. Anyway, going back to Manchester United. As I said earlier, Man U needs some new players, but that's not the only thing they need. One of the biggest concerns that I'm seeing as of filming this video is that Manchester United still doesn't have a manager for their women's team. Personally, I feel as though you should pick a manager first so that they can look at the team and determine what players would fit with the current team, or see what the team, see what's missing when it comes to the current team. I feel like it's strikers. It's amazing and kind of sad that there is no manager yet for this team, but there is some good news, hopefully. On the bright side, according to an article that I found, it seems as though contract details for a new manager are getting finalized and moving forward. So that's some good news. We still don't know who that manager is, but at least something is happening. And yeah, hopefully things will work out with this new manager. Honestly, it's kind of crazy what's going on with the Manchester United women's team. The biggest thing to remember when it comes to Manchester United as a whole is that Man U isn't a small club. Like, while writing this script, I kept thinking that the Manchester United women's team was like one of these very small clubs that didn't have much money. But that's the thing to remember, that Manchester United women's club is from a big club. Manchester United is a big club. When the owners are able to afford to get new managers. They can afford to get new and better players. Hell, they can afford to get the women's team better amenities and training facilities. There's no reason why Man U's women's team should be getting less when the owners can afford to get the best for the men's team. Look at Arsenal's women's team. They always look like they're having a good time, which is good for team morale, but the owners take care of them. When their last manager retired, they got a new one. Actually, they got a new one rather quickly. Look at Manchester City's women's team. Manchester City acquired, I think it was last year, Sam Mewis, Rose Lavelle, and Abby Dalcamper. And they decided to keep Abby Dalcamper while Sam Mewis returned to the NWSL to play for North Carolina Courage, and Rose Lavelle returned to the NWSL to play for OL Reign. I this is just me personally, or this is just my opinion personally. I feel as though with Manchester United, if they really wanted to, they could have fought to keep Kristen Press and Tobin Heath and Casey Stoney. But to do that, the owners would have to actually put in some effort to take care of the women's team. They would actually have to put in the effort and treat these girls like the world class football players that they are. Treat them like they treat the men's team. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. Now, on to some hopefully lighter news in regards to Manchester United. I thought this was a little funny. Not really, but it did make me think, what the hell, and who in Adidas dropped the ball? So, Adidas released the new Manchester United kit, and in one of the promotion photos, it showed defender Millie Turner in the new shirt, except the name next to the photo wasn't Millie Turner. It was actually Amy Turner. So, yeah, Amy Turner is currently with Orlando Pride, which leaves just one Turner on Man U. Adidas did apologize to Millie Turner after she called them out, and said they would send some jerseys to her biggest fans, whichever one she picked. So yeah, that was just a small, funny, and weird thing. So yeah, to wrap this up, that's all I have to say in regards to the Manchester United women's team. I hope they get a good manager who will work with and build this team up. I do hope things work out for this team moving forward. I may do another video on the Manchester United women's team after the Olympics if there are any updates. But for now, that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.